Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have a laptop. This one is a Thunder robot. Okay, so not a Thunder, it's like a Thunder robot. And in this video I'm gonna take you on a step by step how you can open it up and how you can clean up the fan system and how to repaste. This is a model TR-Zero, and this one comes with an iCore 9 13 Gen. And pretty much this applies for any TR-Zero models, for the Thunderobot Zero models. I'm going to go over the tools that I'll be using for this video, and all the tools and everything will be linked in the video description in case you want to purchase for yourself. Tool number one, and very important one, is a good screwdriver. I recommend the iFixit screwdriver set. I purchased myself this basic tool set. And if you get a pro set, they will include you with an opening tools and some tweezers, stuff like that. If not, grab yourself a metallic guitar pick for the opening tools, curved or straight tweezers, plastic spatula, and use or new soft toothbrush. Also, you need a one sheet of the workshop towel. People always ask me, can I use a microfiber towel and stuff like that? No. And you need a 98-99% isopropylic or isopropylic alcohol. And the reason for the for this towel and not microfiber is, as soon as you put an alcohol on this one and you try to clean the motherboard, this will get ripped apart super easy and will prevent damaging the components on the board. Now, regarding the thermal paste, all depends whichever likings you want. I'll leave the link, the recommended ones. But if you want to go overkill, overboard, you can go with the thermal grizzly, or you can go, this is actually the phase change material thermal paste, is a PTM 7950, and they last a really long time. And or you can go with an Arctic MX4, MX5. Now they even have the MX7 out, which is really good. So all this, you get the same result with all of any of this. I would recommend the PTM, or I would recommend the Arctic MX4, 5, 6, or the new 7 one. Whichever you can get your hands on, I'll leave the link in the video description. All right. Now, on the bottom here, we're going to remove all the screws. So let's start from one corner and remove them, and keep the separate screws in a separate pile, different sizes. So let's go and remove the front end. The front end usually are the same size. Go ahead and remove them. Now, we're going to go to the side. There's a screw right in under the label here. Remove that too. Let me grab my magnet. So I guess all the screws are the same size and height. So go ahead and remove all of them and keep them in one pile, because these are still the same size. If you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking that like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. The screws on the back row, these are different sizes. So we have two types of screws, the short ones and the long ones on the back side. Once you remove all the screws, you need to start from the front corner. You want to stick the guitar pick, the opening in between the bottom cover and the pummels, just like that. And you want to twist and you want to hear those click sounds. Those are the clips are getting loose, just wiggle around in here. 1 or 2 millimeter. You don't want to stick the whole guitar pick in there. And then you want to go to the sides by the cover, and go to the back. Once you did the sides and the front, you should be able to lift it up, a little wiggling around. Let me see. And it should come up pretty easy. So just push it up and down. If it's not coming out, there's a tiny hook. You can go here by the, try to release those hooks. They don't want to get released. They're really tough. There we go. Oh my God. So dusty. All right. So there's a dust mesh down here. Take it outside, clean it, wash it out, leave it for drying. And down here, we can see the whole fan system. Everything is full of dust. It's clogged up pretty much. See these fans, It's not even it's stopping the air going through. All right, now what we're gonna do first is to disconnect the battery. To disconnect the battery, you wanna put two fingers on the side of this jack and pull the jack towards yourself, just like that. And the battery will get disconnected very super easy. Make sure you pull it back evenly. And under here, there's the RAMs. There's a 32 gig RAM. All right. So next, we need to remove the screws on the heatsink. So there's a 3 on the on the CPU, I believe here, and 4 on the GPU and 2 on the south bridge. So go ahead and start with the south bridge. These screws do come out entirely. The screws for the heatsink, for the GPU and CPU, they have a C-lock on them. So you just pretty much rotate and makes a tiny click, and that's when you stop. Now, once we have that one down, out, we want to grab it from the back here and bring it up. And there we go. Holy. The thermal putties are still good. The only bad thing is the thermal paste, it is super dried out. So I'm gonna take it outside. I'm gonna use a soft toothbrush to clean it up and stuff, but we're gonna remove the fans before we take it outside. So let's go ahead. Don't yank on these fan cables. They're really fragile. Put your fingers or tweezers on the side of this white jack and push it back, and it will disconnect the cables. Same thing here. Just wiggle around, it will come on. Remove the screws that touches the fan. There should be 3 on each. All right, so the fan will come out pretty easy. We do need to untangle the cable for the power jack here. Just up, down, and it will come out. So I'm going to take everything outside. I'm going to use a compressor to blow the air and clean up all the dust with a toothbrush to do it to my best ability. And I'll be back right after. All right, I took that outside. I just cleaned up with a toothbrush. I cleaned up blow some air through the fans and clean up the fan system. And now I remove all the dust and clean it with a soft toothbrush. And there we have it. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna first put the left side, hook up the power cable, align the screw holes, plug in the fan connector in, slide it right in there. Grab the right fan, same thing, just hook it in there, push the cable in. Now we're gonna do a repasting. You don't need to remove the components, the thermal putty. They don't have a thermal pad. These are thermal putty. Yeah, I'll leave the link for a good thermal putty if you want to change your thermal putty. If yours is really dried up, these are still good, really mushy, soft. But yours is really dried up, grab a thermal putty. Just grab it from here, from the bottle. Doesn't matter what color it comes. And you can simply put it on the components. Let's say, for example, over here, you can just put a big blob on it. Once you put the heatsink, it will squish everything to the side. So that's how you replace the thermal putty. You can add thermal putty, or you can just scrub it off with the spatula, and that's it, pretty much. So there's no need for me to add more thermal putty here. The thermal putties are still good. All right, so let's go ahead and clean up the CPU and GPU. Grab a little bit of worktop towel, soak it in an alcohol, bring it over, wipe over the CPU in a circular motion, wipe the excess on the GPU. All you care about is the crystal die. That's what you want to clean. You don't want to go be very nifty about all around it and stuff like that. Just clean up the crystal die. Use a dry part to do second pass. And we're going to remove the excess of the thermal paste on the heatsink. So go ahead and wipe it off. And there we have it. So now what we're going to do, you're going to grab the thermal paste and we're going to put one line on the CPU and one drop in the middle on the GPU, CPU and GPU. So these are longer ones, so you want to put there and there. Next, what you want to do, you want to bring the heatsink down straight over the screw holes. Make sure all they are matching. So go ahead down. Move the cables out of the way. Make sure they're not underneath. Once you have it in this position, you want to follow the number. It says 1, 2, 3, 4. You can follow the number. As long as you cross screw them, you're fine. That's what the numbers are there for. So I like actually to do 1 and 2 here, and then I'll go to number 6. So I want to bring this side down evenly too. Do 6 and 5, and after that, doesn't matter whichever you go, it's pretty much cross screwing it. There we have it. Once we're done with that, put the 2 screws that you removed in on the bottom of the heatsink. I forgot to put the screws for the fan. So yeah, first before we do all that, you should have put the screws for the fan. So I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna put the screws for the fan. I'll make sure that I'll put that note on the screen. So yeah, I saw the screws right over there. So I'm gonna put the ones that actually you can see right now from the top. So let's go ahead and lift it up. You see how nicely the thermal paste spreads all over. So go ahead and put the bring it down again and go ahead and do it. All right, once we're done with here, everything is in place. Make sure all the cables are not on the casing, they're in the correct position. Grab the battery connector, align it right in front of the jack, and then push it in straight in. Next is to grab the bottom cover that you cleaned, and I'm gonna actually go clean it up quickly. All right, now that we cleaned up the bottom case too, so what I'm gonna do, I can grab a little bit of alcohol on the towel and do a little bit of cleaning on the top. And there we have it. Now we're gonna bring the bottom cover over. You're gonna put it on top. You're gonna push down the back side really hard. You're gonna hear those click sound. That's what you want to hear. Those clips are getting clicked in. That's what you want to hear. If you see any gaps opening and stuff like that, all you want to do is to pinch them together and it will go to its place. And let me see if it's all done. There we go. And the last thing here is to put the long screws on the back row and the short screws all over the place. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out to do your own repaste cleaning for your laptop Thunderobot Zero TR-Zero model. If you have any question or request, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Just gonna finish up putting up the bottom screw.